This classical vintage cast iron bathtub is the central feature of this bathroom. Almost looks new, hey? Ha! You should have seen what it looked like before I got started working on it, using the Rustoleum tub and tile. So whether you're restoring a steel, ceramics, or cast iron bathtub, let me show you how. As you can see, the bathtub features these beautiful vintage taps. I don't want to replace them, but what I am going to do, I'm going to remove them so I can easily access all the parts that need the application. In the event that you need to fiddle with the plumbing, start by turning off the water feed to the house. Now in this case, I need to remove the tap holder as well as the taps themselves. Now each installation will be different. As with any other product, guys, to get the best possible outcome, the right preparation is key. Now here, we're going to be sanding and scrubbing. So I must caution you here. A lot of these tubs that were made in yesteryears were coated with a paint that had lead in it. So make sure that number one, you've got the right ventilation. Number two, that you are using the right PPE, namely a mask and safety goggles. Remove any loose paint with a wire brush and sand any paint chips until they are smooth. Now on a surface like this, go with a fine 400 grit sandpaper, as this will give you the smoothest finish. You want to sand it until it feels smooth to the touch. I'll then wipe the entire tub with a damp cloth to remove any sanding dust, followed by a good scrubbing with a scouring pad and acetone to remove any contaminants such as soap residue and organic contaminants. Acetone evaporates very fast. By the time you've mixed it in, the surface is dry already. If you can't remove hardware such as the drain outlet, simply cover it off with masking tape. The preparation is done. It is now time for the application, and that's where we're going to be using the Rustoleum tub and tile. This is a solvent-based 2-part epoxy acrylic. Now when working with this product, make sure that you're working in a well-ventilated area, that you've got your rubber gloves, your mask, and of course your safety goggles. Now in the event that you do need to thin it out a bit, let's say maybe you've got a crack that you weren't able to get rid of, to help it flow better into those cracks, you can thin it out with 10% isopropyl alcohol or acetone. The standard kit has enough to give you 2 coats on a standard bath. But if you're needing less, simply mix 4 parts of part B with 1 part of part A, which is the activator. Start by thoroughly mixing part B, which is the base, to ensure the pigment is well mixed. Then mix part A, which is the activator, and part B together. There's no waiting time required, so I can start painting right away. The Rustoleum tub and tile is to be applied within 6 hours of mixing. I apply the mix using a variety of different applicators, being a paintbrush, a short pile roller, and a foam roller. Now you may notice tiny bubbles forming while you paint. These will pop, and the self-leveling properties will ensure a smooth finish. For the second coat, I'm only using the foam roller, as I found that it gave me a much smoother finish. While I'm at it, I'm also going to prep and paint the mounting plates for the taps, and then allow this to dry for at least an hour before applying the second coat. Remember, the second coat needs to have the best uniform finish possible, as this is the final layer. Once I'm done, I'm simply going to clean the brushes with acetone. You can also use thinners, but make sure that you give them a good clean before they dry. The recoating time in between coats is 1 hour. However, the final coat does need to be left to dry and cure properly for at least 3 days. So make sure that you are choosing a day when you know that the bathtub is not going to be in use. I've left this to dry and cure properly, which means I can now reinstall the taps. Once that's done, we can now remove the masking tape. That's it. I'm sure you'd agree that this tub has received another lease on life, especially with this beautiful gloss finish. So whether you're restoring a steel, ceramics, or cast iron bathtub, Rustoleum Tub and Tile, as well as other products that I've used today, are all available at Builders, in-store or online at builders.co.za. And for more videos like this, check out the blog on the website. Get to Builders, get it done.